guys have one more game. What are the biggest, are there things you want to accomplish by going on the road in the last game, even though it's not, meaningful for playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, it's meaningful because we're playing for pride, obviously, and we're still playing to get a higher seed and stuff like that for the draft and stuff. So for us, it is important, And I told the players, you play in Portland, man. Every game is important, no matter where it is, home or away. And it's a place that we've been this year and won. So we've only won in one place. So I mean, it's a place we're going back to, and we've had good memories, I think, throughout the years, the last couple of years at Western New York, and it's a place that we need to go there and get a result. And we're doing the things normally like we normally do travel-wise, and try and get a result away from home. We have to solve the away problem. We have to solve it, whether it's now or it's going to be for next year. But we need to solve it, and I don't think the club can do any more for us. I mean, they do everything to get us there and do the right thing with the hotels and the food and everything. We just need to get the result now.
Coach, people's gonna ask rap question, but
that's all right.
Who can blame? People can say, well, the Thorns didn't make the playoffs because of coaching, because of the players. What was it?
Well, as the coach, I'm the guy that picks the team at the end of the day, so I have to take full responsibility for us not making the playoffs. I mean, I pick the team every week, and my only point where I would like to have my full lineup at least once this season. We haven't done it, But at the end of the day, training was hard. I don't think anyone can say training was easy at any point. We challenge them every day. We challenge them, and I trust in them to get the job done. And there's nothing I can ask more of the players that I've had, to be perfectly honest with you. They've done everything asked of them from A to Z, and at the end of the day, I have to take full responsibility. I'm the guy that picks the team. So I pick the tactics, I pick the team, and I'm the only guy that it can fall back on. There's no one else that it can fall back on, to be honest with you.
What is the next step next season that not happen? That you guys make the playoffs.
Well, we're never going to be happy when we underachieved. I mean, obviously we want to improve. There's certain spots that we think we can improve, and we do have some retirements to take care of in terms of putting new players into those positions and just revamp and rework it and come back and do a better job. And I think we're all. There's one thing about the group. They were in it. They were bought in. They got on board, and at the end of the day, we didn't make it. But it wasn't for lack of effort. I can tell you that. It wasn't for lack of work on anyone's behalf, including the staff, from the medical people to the equipment manager, to the assistant coaches, to the goalkeeping coaches, to everybody in upper management and stuff. Everyone put the effort in. So at the end of the day, I take responsibility. I want to win this weekend, get as high points total as we possibly can get, and then we work for next year and get ourselves ready to go.
You're obviously going to be under, more scrutiny, the higher expectations than pretty much any other team in the league, given. How do you feel about that? Would you prefer to be at least in that sense where it's such a disappointment not making playoffs, whereas as opposed to being...
I think you take the good with the bad, Jamie. I mean, for me, it's when you come out Saturday or Sunday night and play in front of 21,000, you can see the joy at the end of the game, and and the fans, the way they were Sunday night, and the way they've been all season for us. You don't want to give that up. I don't think as a player, a coach, or anything of the organisation you want to give that up. So with that comes extra pressure. There's 21,000 questioning your decision as opposed to whatever the number is at the other stadium. So there's extra pressure with it, but the wins are extra sweet. I think the losses are extra hard, and that's coaching. I mean, I've been in these type of environments before, and you just hope they get the best out of you, and you can get the best out of your players.
And then just one thing with consistency. I mean, you obviously going to make moves in the offseason and everything, but you talk about not being able to get the same lineup out there, not necessarily having the consistency of the team you want. And how do you kind of maybe balance that better, especially knowing that you will have players coming in and out?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when we talked about a 3-year building project, this is the 3rd year coming in. You got to build a project. When you look at Seattle, the first year they didn't do very well. Laura went back to the drawing board and did a good job without going to the draft. She did a good job in finding players and building a really good product, and now she's got the team that she wants after 3 years. And I'm hoping now that we've got a couple of pieces that we need to bring in, but they need to be pieces that can really help us at this point. And I think the core group is very, very good. There's a lot of talent there, but it's just we need some balance. There's no question we need some balance. Balance of players always going to be around, and balance of players in positions and stuff like that. And, my job's to go out and find them and sit down with Gavin and go through piece by piece, position by position. And then the injury situation. You're never going to be able to not with the roster being at 20. You can't cater for those things, and that could happen again next year. The injury issues, but you hope to God that it doesn't happen, and that, you know, you get it. You know, Seattle's had consistency. You look at their lineup, I think we'd all say that, you know, they've been able, always been able to put out the same lineup just about every week, and it shows. You know what I'm saying? You watch them play, it shows. You know, and I think that's been the difference really between the top teams and us trying to get on the to get into the playoffs. You know, by hook or crook, and trying to make changes and players in and out. And you know, I don't know the stats on it, but I know Jody and Alex have played for 28 minutes. But I don't know if, you know, we put out the same lineup maybe 3 games straight. I would doubt that, you know, other than maybe the first couple of games of the season. Maybe not the first couple, but after the originally players left, when Sink and Alex left for the World Cup. I think after that, you know, we had the box of 4. And I wonder if since that point, we've had 3 games, we've actually put the same lineup out. And even now, you know, Sink's out, Emily's out, Rachel's gone, obviously. But you know, there's big things to do, and we've already started preparing. Me and Gavin already talked. We're already putting the pieces together for next year. Players we want, players we'd like to bring in, players that can help us and to improve the squad. And you know, we've got an amazing fan base, and the fans. You know, I think our average is up 2,000. So we've got to give them a team that they can be absolutely proud of. And you know, their support has been unrelenting, no matter what the score is at home, no matter what the score is away. And that's all we can do is say thanks to those guys, and just, you know, we'll be back and we'll be better next year. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Thanks, guys.